Hey guys, I started extended exchange grid bots a little bit longer than a day ago, and currently I already made about 10%, actually a little bit more than 10%. So I crossed 20,000, and let me actually show you the leaderboard and my portfolio, and I'm also going to show you a smaller account that I'm doing the same thing with the exact same grid values. So I will just go over everything. My current leaderboard ranking is 10. This is in terms of PNL. So I am the best 10th PNL, but also the volume matters because what we are doing at the same time, we are trying to make profit, but we are also farming the airdrop. So let's check where we are in terms of volume. So in daily volume, I think we are at which position? Hold on, let me. So yeah, this is in terms of volume, right? I'm actually at the 10th position, right? 10th or 11th position. I'm right here because each page has 10 wallets here, and mine is this one. Actually, my head is a little bit closing it. So mine is this one. So I am here. So rank 10 in terms of PNL and rank 11 in terms of volume here. I'm talking about daily metrics because I started a little bit more than a day ago. All right, let me put my big head here again. All right. So my daily PNL here it says is 6%, but let's check it from portfolio. So my daily PNL here is it just shows the profit factor and total PNL. So I start with $18,000. Actually, we can check 1 week. This is going to show today and yesterday. So yeah, here yesterday $1,000, today $2,100. So it is going pretty well, I would say. So we started with actually $18,000 and then we made pretty much 10%, about 10%. So yeah, trading volume is $11 million, $11.5 million now. All right, now if you like to, let's go to the Dextrabot and I will show you what I did with my settings, with the Gridbot settings. But let's check all the buys and sells here. So basically what Gridbot is doing is, it is buying as the price is going down and is selling as the price is going up. It depends on your metrics, of course. Actually, you know what? The best thing is take a screenshot of this page and take a screenshot of this page on Dextrabot. Put it on ChatGPT. You can just do it from the video. And tell ChatGPT that this is a grid bot and ask what this grid bot is doing. It's probably going to explain it better than me, but I'm going to try anyway. So what I did here, I picked a lower point and I picked an upper point. I did this kind of visually. So if you are a more seasoned trader, you can do it probably better. But what I did is, I looked there and I said, like this looks like the resistance point to me, right? This part. And I said, look, this part looks like an upper resistance point. So I don't know if it is luck. Maybe I just got lucky, but the price kept moving between these 2 points, and that's what I wanted. So probably if you go to TradingView, if you are a seasoned trader, as I said, you can look at the moving averages, you can look at the RSI values, you can look at 1,000 indicators, and probably you can do a better job finding the resistance point. And you don't even have to find the resistance point. Maybe you are just going to use another strategy, right? So it's up to you. But anyway, these are my upper and lower values. My number of grids are 60. This indicates actually how frequently the bot will be buying and selling. So again, this is like my sweet spot. It's a personal thing. I think like for a range of about like $2,000-$3,000, 40-60 is a good value. But trade outs, everybody is going to have a different sweet spot. And leverage is important here because the more leverage you use, it's more likely that you can get liquidated, right? However, there is one thing. It is scary, but it's not as scary as it looks because I'm not using all of my margin at once. As you see, I'm using here like 5% of my margin ratio. Actually, should be a bit more. It's like 10%, no? A little bit more than 10%. I don't know why it says 5%. But yeah, you can see it here. I'm using 2.2k. My equity is about 20,000. So I'm like using like maybe like, I don't know, 13, 14%, 12% of my total equity. So my liquidity price is actually quite low for this position. However, what happens is as the price goes down or as the price goes up, the grid bot keeps adding. It is very similar to the DCA bot. By the way, while you are on ChatGPT asking about the grid bot, ask about DCA bot too, because we are adding a DCA bot as well, and it's pretty cool. So you already get the idea of what's going to happen. That's my second favorite bot, by the way. Anyway, so the bot keeps buying and selling. We can go to the trade history, and I'm just going to show you something else, because we are charging on Dextrabot 0.01%. I think this is the cheapest bot out there. I think other bots on Hyperlookit at least are charging twice as much, and some others are charging like 3-4 times more, sometimes 5 times more. So I don't know, let me know if there's anyone cheaper, but I think we are one of the cheapest in terms of grid bot. And I think we are the only grid bot for extended. There are some other competition, like we have a farming bot too. So you don't have to do grid bot, but I personally like grid bot better than market maker, because here actually I aim to make profit. I don't blindly go and say, you know what, I'm going to burn $300 and I'm just trying to do volume. This is more than that. I'm actually trying to do some trading, a proper profit. That's my take. I'm not against anyone who's doing market making, but for me, it just makes more sense. Anyway, so yeah, I was going to show you my trades. You see, this is the fee that goes to the Dextrabot. So it's not like I am using a secret version of the tool. I am using it as every other user. Like, because you know, one dirty trick could be that I don't pay any fees, and I said then, you know what, oh, I made this much money, right? That wouldn't be fair. I am paying fees like everybody else. Actually, I don't know if I can, but maybe one interesting thing. Oops, I thought to download it. If I can download it, because I think on Lighter there is the download option all time. I don't know, I don't see it. If there's a download option, one interesting thing will be downloading this data, then we put the data to ChatGPT, Grok, Cloud, and you know, a couple of the DeepSeek maybe, and then we ask what the bot did, and let's see if any of them would understand it. But anyway, that's another fantasy of mine. Alright, this is a smaller account, so it has an equity of $1,500 more or less. And let's check my portfolio. And in the portfolio, you see that the total PNL is about $50. So of course, it is more modest. So I think it's about like 5%. Yeah, it's about like 4% increase. And let's check it daily. Yeah, I think I started this a couple days ago on 19th, right now 21st. So yeah, it has been running for like 2 days. And it made a decent volume too. I'm not talking too much about the volume right now and how many points we will get, because we are going to test it and see how much we are getting per million. I had done a test back in the day on November the 13th, and I actually had documented it. Where is it? I put it on actually on the Discord of Extended. It might have changed. Okay, this is a different tool we have. This is the farming bot. I suggest Gridbot. Gridbot is better. This is it's a legacy product. It actually uses, it has a nice logic. It uses a combination of maker and taker positions, but I like Gridbot better, so I'm not even talking about it. I think there is a video about this on YouTube channel too, but the idea is you can see how much volume and how much points we got back in the day. But anyway, we are going to find out soon in a few days, and we will get we will see how many points the Gridbot is getting us per $1 million of volume. We are going to be adding 2 things this week, hopefully. One of them is going to be the stop loss. The stop loss, so if the price of Bitcoin goes out of the grid, either down here or up here, the positions will close. So it's going to be hard stop loss. And another thing will be the trailing position adjustments. It's just going to be trailing actually. I just made the long name up. So trailing means that when the price goes up, the grid will move up. When the price goes down, the grid will move down. So it has pros and cons, of course, but I will explain them in the next video. But I will be personally probably using it. So the grid will be moving up and down as the price of the Bitcoin is moving. Probably in like super volatile markets, it might be better, or it could actually be worse because it is more like that you get liquidated. Anyway, that's a discussion for another video.